Hey guys, sorry I'm a little late. Pretty much have a story before the story this time. Got a story before the story. Hey Seth, what's up? Oh, did you? Did you do an intro? That's fantastic. You said you were going to do me an intro. I'm hoping the video is an intro. Unless you're just sending me random videos. All right, good. You said you were gonna. No, not really. Really? Wow. So you just caught it. You just filmed it. That's cool. Yeah, no, I said I have a story before the story because that's why I'm kind of running a little late. Hey, Rich Baron, what's up? That's weird. There's been like 10 people in here, 5 people in here, 6 people in here, and it only says 3. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. And no likes yet? Come on, guys. Send me a video. At least give me a like. Got it for you tonight. Didn't have time to go for the, yeah, exactly. Back to the beer. Back to the beer. Oh, the wine's kind of harsh. Um, yeah, I said I have a story before the story. I actually, oh yeah, so it's Mickey, old school Mickey's 40. At least it's not an OE or a steel, which I used to invest in all the time. But yeah, I had to. My friend Ash. I have 2 other previews in here somewhere. Um, uh, forgot what I was saying, but no. My friend Ash, the one you see, is the one I fish with a lot. He's in my videos. Well, he got a job in San Diego. He's moving there. He had a bunch of. We had footage because I did that one to him when he went to Bacharach. He actually went down there another time after that and filmed it all. And he caught. I think this time he caught even a bigger bass. He caught a lot of big bass. He filmed more, so I had to go to his house and get that footage from him. Pinon Lake tomorrow. I don't know. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be windy. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going tomorrow. I have some other stuff I have to deal with because, well, I'm getting to it right now. I'm kind of telling the story about. I make moonshine. Yeah, that's just what you want me drinking on my nights. Yeah, that'll get me. That'll get me going, way going. No, but my friend Ash, he had first off, I had to get the video from him. I had to download it, so I took my little netbook. I don't have a laptop. I have a little netbook. I took that to him, but he had a bunch of baits, old baits, everything. They said he wanted to give me, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll do them as giveaways, give them to people, use them as a mystery gift, that kind of stuff. So I went out there. I left. I was going to meet him at like 2:15. I get there. I call him. He said, "Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go run and do this. I gotta run and do that. Uh, uh, can you just stay at my house? I'll meet you in about an hour." Funny thing is, my sister has her own another side story. She has her own herbal called Elfin Herb Farm, and she makes oils, but she uses a still But suddenly she started selling the steals because she had like a connection for them, and everybody just started buying all these stills from her and everything. And obviously, they're not making essential oils; they're probably using them for moonshine. But she has this really good side business on her herbal farm.com website for selling stills that majority of people are probably using for moonshine, not making herbs and essential oils for soaps and everything. I mean, obviously, because she sells like tons of them. But anyway, I had to go meet my friend Ash. And oh yeah, maybe I should start this for you guys. Maybe I need to get the pre-show women going. Maybe that'll get people to stop in while they're cruising. Get the girls going behind me. uh, yeah, there we go. See, that'll get people to stop in, and they'll see that, and they're gonna stay. Uh, yeah. So anyway, I had to go there, and all of a sudden he said I gotta do some stuff. He lives off the side of the highway. It's not a road; it's just a driveway. I'm going out there. Google wouldn't tell me. I mean, I couldn't find it. I passed it because there was a day school right next to it. I parked in and I called him. He goes, "Oh yeah, I gotta do some stuff. Just stay at my house." I'm all, I don't know where your house is. I don't know the turn. I don't want to pull into somebody else's driveway. Blah blah blah. He's like, "All right, well, just stay there. I'll find you afterwards. I'll be about a half hour." Uh, Typical Ash. I don't know if you guys know Ash. You probably don't, but I do. Uh, Half hour turned into hour and 20 minutes. He met me, went to his house, spent about an hour because he had so much footage, 4K. I don't smoke. No weed. No weed for me. I used to, but no, I'm allergic to it. I get all stuffed up and my heart beats like crazy. But yeah, so anyway, I finally got to his house, downloaded the stuff. Then he had me drive him to the hardware store, and blah blah blah. So the time I got through with all that and made it back here, that was at like 7:10. And yeah, I just wanted to relax for a little bit and get myself ready for this and everything. So that's why I'm a little late. That's why I didn't start till about, I don't know, 7:15 instead of 7:30. But I'm here now. People are getting going. But usually the storytelling doesn't usually get going until about a half hour after I get on because people know that there's a pre-show, and if they don't want to check out the women, they usually just take their time kind of getting on. But this time I let you guys vote, and evidently you guys want to hear what really happened at Delta, because I did promote that one a lot when it first happened. I was on. I was gonna make a regular video of it, but I was planning to do Storytelling Tuesday, so that's kind of why I sort of, in a way, held off until doing it as a Storytelling Tuesday because it's a really good one. It's a really really good story. It's a really good story. Ah, okay, 6 people, 2 likes, nice. If I said like the women, it would probably be more than what's up there. That's funny. I had like 15, 20 votes on the post. So I figured I'd at least get that many people in here. And it was 73 to 13% for what really happened at the Delta. So, did anybody fish today? I didn't. I spent my day editing and dealing with a late friend. I actually know corn farts must have. Only two stories. Well, no, yeah, they say I'm the truth sayer, so yeah. I can do fake stories. We do, is it real or is it false? Storytelling Tuesday. But no, I only tell what happened to me. Even the one about the murderer was a total true story. Just like all these women are ex girlfriends. And if you believe that one, I have a Bridges site too. Just waiting to get some more. Where's that? Well, it's still a little early. Oh, but the reason I went there too is Ash had a whole bunch of baits, old baits, a lot of old. He had a lot of old. He had, I don't know, it was a bunch of plastics, but they're out in the rain. So there was some water in them. Some, I don't know. He didn't want to deal with them, so he gave them to me. I'm going to see if I can, take them out, dry them out, revive them. But he had a bunch of old hard baits, crankbaits, all this other stuff. He was just going to throw them away. So I said, no, I can use them. I use them for my giveaways. I can use them for mystery gifts, blah, blah, blah. So the reason I am kind of late, and the reason I started kind of late was because I was there dealing with that. And he's like, well, I'll leave it in 2 days. If you don't want them, I'm just going to throw them away. So, yeah, I had to go deal with that. I said it was kind of like stressful sitting in a parking lot for an hour doing nothing, just waiting to see if he actually showed up. But it worked out, guys. There's some really good hard bait. There's some actually like actual jointed swim baits, all kinds of really good. There's some crankbaits in there, some jerk bait. There's a lot of good plastics, but like I said, some of them have water in the bag. They've kind of lightened up. Some of them seem like they had enough oil in there. Hey, low budget. Congrats. Are you a new sub? I haven't seen you before. Yeah, but I'm hoping I can revive a lot of these baits and stuff so I can use them for giveaways and stuff for you guys. Because I mean, there's Robobait, there's Zoom Worm, there's like a lot of 11. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff. But he let it, I don't know, it sat outside and the bag got all waterlogged. But a lot of them, like I said, there was enough oil in it that anyway, the water's in there, they're not bleached out. So, no, thank you for the intro. I mean, thank me. You're the one that filmed it. I just put it in front. It wasn't my doing. No, I'm not gonna hand paint them. I'm just sending you guys. If you want to do it with them. I don't know, a lot of those baits, leave them out in the sun. They might dry out. They might get all their color back in that. As far as hard baits are fine. A lot of them like rusted hooks or rusted split rings and that, but the bait's fine itself. So that doesn't matter. I mean, no big deal. Just take off split rings, put on a new hook, you're set. I mean, just stuff he's like, I'm gonna throw it away and blah blah blah. He has so much tackle. He's like such a huge tackle junkie. He pays over $100 and $200 for glide baits. I mean, that's just the kind of guy he is. I would never pay that, but he likes to do that. He likes to spend just outrageous amounts of money for freaking huge swim baits that he never catches a fish on anyway. So I don't know why you do it, but worked out because he gave some of them to me, and I'm gonna give some of them to you guys. So that's the way it's gonna go. But like I said, that was kinda a why I was a little late. Man, what happened? Like nobody's on there anymore. I had at least 15 people vote, and I figure if they're smart enough to vote, smart enough to vote, smart enough, or if they're on there to vote, they should at least want to be here for storytelling. No, he's not that way, guys. He's just, I don't know. He wants, he just listens to everything. Hey, Rail Trap, welcome. We're just sort of kind of getting this going. Like I said, usually I start this at 7:30, and I don't get a lot of people till around 8:15, 8:30. I don't know why people are late, but I started a little late this time. But um, evidently, through the voting, I'm going to be telling the story about what really happened at the Delta. And well, it's a pretty epic story. I mean, I've been doing the FOWs as co-angler for 10 years. Yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years now. Close to. I started in 2010. And yeah, I have another story about Delta, but this one is definitely pretty good. Eating with Chris. Oh, that would take a lot of research. I've done a lot of videos with him to go back and find all the footage. That would take, I mean, on my part, it would take a lot of research to go back through like 15, I think I've done like 15 videos with Chris or something like that. Yeah, to find all the clips and separate all the clips of him eating and him eating in the background. And most of the good clips are, I think the only time I haven't eaten is usually the clips that I put in the videos that are in the actual videos that go live. So it's not much behind the scenes sort of him eating. He just, if he's eating, it usually ends up in the video. But yeah, that'd be a good one. Chris's seven course meal for the day would be a good one. I know everybody gets distracted when I'm on here. It's like I notice when I put the girls on in the background, the comments get kind of delayed. Man, I don't know what that is. Evidently, carp's a big deal with hot chicks. I don't know if you saw 3 of those, but they're all women sitting with carp. She's in the ocean. She's not catching carp. Wow, this is lagging today, guys. What's going on? Well, I guess it's lagging because I was lagging. I didn't go on until like 7:55 or something. When I'm usually supposed to be on at 7:30. I was like I said, I had an issue. I mean, just had to deal with him, had to deal with traffic to get back. And yeah, I was just, but it was all for you guys because I wanted those baits. He's like, if you don't want them, I'm just gonna throw them away. I'm like, no, I want them. I can give them to my guys. I can give them to my viewers. I mean, some of those baits, I don't know. He gave me a couple jointed swim baits and stuff. Those things might be like $60, $70 for them. So I'm like, no, I'll be there. I'll be there. And then I got there, and then he delayed me for a freaking hour just because he had to sign something for, I don't know. He just bought some new BMW or something. Fish hunt. Oh yeah, with those mountain guys with the freaking things. Oh yeah, Chris is fun. We always have fun. Our videos are entertaining and fun. What's up, Anna? Um, Anna, right? Yeah, I I had a picture of you to put in here, but I don't know. I couldn't find it. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of lost right now. Usually have a lot of comments coming at me right now. Usually a lot of comments coming and conversations, but I said I'm kind of off today. I know the story I'm going to tell, but usually the pre-show, everyone's kind of going nuts. Oh, City Kid Hunting Fishing came in. I don't know if Corn Farts is still here. He hasn't said anything in a while. Yeah, I gotta do the official trailer for the CCP Custom Baits Challenge. Yeah, yeah, long story. I actually bought that to go hang out with my friend Ash, and he delayed me, and I wasn't gonna drink it because I had to drive. He's like, "Go get your beer." I'm like, "No, I was supposed to be here 2 hours ago or an hour." No, I don't drink and drive, so no. So I saved it for the Storytelling Tuesday. But yeah, I gotta do the official. I'm gonna do the official trailer and everything for the CCB Baits Challenge that I want to do with you guys. Because I mean, I had the idea last fall, but fall to winter it shuts down. Yeah, so I need to do the official. Now we're getting to spring. Fish are already starting to get going. People are starting to de-ice, so everyone can start fishing for them. So yeah, I got to do the official trailer and let you guys, yeah, tell you guys all about it, how to enter it, all that other stuff, how it's all gonna go down. I kind of got it all figured out. It seems kind of like a lot of fun. Wait, what? Wait, which Alvin? Alvin and Lake or Alvin and Reservoir? You probably mean Alvin and Lake, not Alvin and Reservoir, which is the one I just put the video. Yeah, Lake, the one right by Bass Pro Shops. I don't know. I think it's still too cold. I think those waters are still in the low 50s. I mean, they're just coming up, cruising around, looking around. Yeah, the quarry, the old quarry. Uh, I don't know. Way it's going now with the weather. I mean, Said there's supposed to be a bunch of rain coming and showers, but it's only like 40-30% coming until the end of March for the next couple weeks. But they're still going to be up there. They're going to be up there shallow looking around. No, they're going to get going. Trust me, they're going to. They just got defunct last week. No, last week, it was last week. No, it was last week. It was the week before. We had that really cold 49-degree weather and all that rain that sort of effed with them for a little bit. But I think they'll stabilize, and I don't know, probably by the beginning of April, not another, what's 19th now? Another couple weeks, they'll start going. I just, it's just been so erratic. Yeah, there's some rain tomorrow. Yeah, hell, that's all you gotta do. Yeah, everybody said the Delta's been dead. I'm missing my fishing buddy. I know, Anna. I'll be back there. I haven't been in a while. The winds have been hell. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, it was going good here, but it's been one of those. It's been another kind of up and down here. It was just sort of erratic, at least here. I mean, got some rain, and we didn't get some rain, and we got some rain, and we didn't get some rain, and we had 5 days of rain, and we didn't, and it kind of warmed up, and then it kind of cooled down, and then so it's still a yo-yo year with them. But no matter what, I mean, they're gonna get going in April and May. It's just when you have more casual year and you get the rain when you're supposed to get the rain, and then it's more stabilized, and then suddenly it starts slowly rising. All that. That's when you have a good year. That's when pre-spawn is great and everything else. But I don't know, middle of February, beginning of February, it rose the temperatures and then it dropped and it rose and dropped. That's kind of a year that the pre-spawn is sort of shitty. It just doesn't happen. It's just like all of a sudden out of nowhere, boom, all the fish are just moving up and you find them on nests. There's not that incredible pre-spawn bite. It sort of gets staggered. Yeah, I see it happen all the time. It's like, what the hell just happened? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, it's hard to explain to people, but the reality is, it's if it's a typical normal year and it's a normal progression that the water and the rains and it slowly starts rising, that's when you have a really good pre-spawn. Uh, what, the Santa Clara ones? Uh, Let me see. Anderson evidently nothing at night. Coyotes obviously, yeah, it's a night, but I think you have to pay because if you pay for just a day pass, you have to leave when it's night. Uvis, Chesbro. I don't know about. I think pretty much probably Almaden Reservoir, the one up in the hills. Obviously, Almaden Lake, no, it closes at dusk. But a lot of them, if you just park outside the gate, because they close the gates to the parking lots. But I've heard that Anderson Reservoir, even if you're at a turnout and it's after dark, you can't fish them. So as far as fishing them all at night, other than Anderson, I think they're all good. I talked to a ranger and he said he likes to go to the lakes at like midnight and check people for licenses. So yeah, you just can't park inside the parking lot because they close it. But if you're on a turnout and anything, I know Chesbro, Uvis, uh, well, obviously Coyote because they're open all night. Um, I don't know about Stevens Creek, uh, Guadalupe, and Alvin Reservoir probably all night if you want to, because there's no parking lot. Yes, they go. Well, you just can't be in the parking lot. But I did find out at Anderson because the guy came early and he said, "Yeah, well, I got to go," and the sun wasn't even down. I'm like, "Where's the next turnout?" He's like, "Oh, well, you can't be even parked in a turnout and be fishing a lake after dark." So that's what I know as far as Anderson. But the rest of them, actually, Coyote Creek Lakes, that's closed at sunset. I don't think you can be in there after sunset. But most of them, it's good to go. Yeah. No, most of them are. There's enough of them around here that after night is fine. I said Chesbro, Uvis, no problem. Coyote, no problem. Yeah, most of them are. I said most of them pretty fine. Well, Estero here in town, you can fish all night. Um, I can't think of many others that you can fish all night, but I'm usually in and out by middle of the day till the evening. So, oh yeah, Lexington, you can stay there. Just you park outside the gate. You can go down there at night. They don't care. I'm uh, I'm, I'm sure you can park at the turnouts and fish at San Luis all night. O'Neill, no, because they close the gate. Los Banos, no, because they close the gate. Uh, I don't know. There's not many more I've been to. I know for Sona they close the gate. Anything pretty much has a gate to go into the park, and your access you have to go inside the park. You probably can't fish at night because they're usually they close the gate at sunset. So that's sort of your answer for that. Well, you pay to camp, but you would have to be inside. But San Luis Reservoir, I mean, there's all that turnouts and everything on the freeway. I don't think they'd hassle you for that. Yeah, it's outside the gate. That's what I said. Obviously, if the only access to a lake is through a gate, you can't fish at night because almost all the county lakes and like close at sunset. So you're cut off. It's like everything. Like I said, everything but Anderson because I specifically asked the ranger like, "Oh, well, can I go to one of the turnouts?" He goes, "No, you can't be in." So they go to all the turnouts and they announce it and then have everyone come out. So I don't know why Anderson is this special lake that you can't fish at night, even if you're outside the gates. But evidently it is. God, I love that photo. Anybody have any other questions about the local lake or local lakes? Has anybody been fishing today? Been out today? I didn't go out. I was editing the show I just put up, and I was dealing with my friend Ash. So my day was pretty mellow. Okay, we're we're being pretty slow tonight. Uh, Everybody keeps kind of coming in and going out. Yeah, yeah, that'd be a good deal. If you're going inside the park, if you're going in, yeah, if you're going in a place you want to pay. I mean, I have to pay tons of money when I go. I mean, every time we go to the pier, I'm paying like $3 or $4 to park every single time because it's $1.50 an hour, and I'm usually there for like 3 hours. So it's like, $4.50 when I go there. So it's a little bit, yeah. What happened? Where's Chris? There's no Chris tonight. There's no. I haven't seen Hunto Fish Show in here in a while. I haven't seen who else. Island fishing in here. I haven't seen a lot of people in here. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Is this just like an off Tuesday? Because usually I have a lot of people in here by now. After spending about 45 minutes on here, getting everybody to sort of work their way in. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of competition. Maybe everybody now is like looking for no Tuesday night. We gotta go on Tuesdays. I mean, you're getting all that behind you, so that's what I said. It's funny because I posted that and asked people to vote, and there were 15 votes, and yet I haven't seen more than 6, 7 people in here. So I guess they voted and they were waiting to watch it later. I don't know. I mean, everybody's kind of bailing on me right now. Live stream. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of other live streams going on Tuesday. I don't know. I guess there's somebody else, a couple other people. I don't know. I just sort of picked this night. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Of course, that was Sunday, right? Yeah, that was Sunday. Yeah, that'd have to be a hell of a hangover to be still not able to come on live on, on a Tuesday. That's like a 2 day hangover. That's pretty bad. That's pretty darn bad. All right, well, I'm gonna have to get this thing going. Um, actually, you're gonna have to give me a second because I forgot my fire. Um, all right. While I'm going to get my fire, I'll put the wind back on, so you guys won't be bored. Forgot my fire was on here. um, Sorry, I forgot my fire was on another disc. Can't do storytelling without a fire behind me. It just don't feel right. That's how it all got started. Come on. There it is. That's like way too loud. Need a little bit of fire behind me, not like raging. Time to fire up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Weird, like it's just so weird. Like hardly any of the locals have showed up. Well, I mean, not usually. Usually my storytelling, I have 14, 15, 18 people now, but it's lagging. Jesus, that's the long one. Okay, I think I'm gonna start this one. Um, this one people voted for. I said I had 15 votes. 73% of them said they want to hear this story about what really happened at the Delta. Because I told about this and I went live and I explained and I said that shit happened and all that during the FLW. It's something I've never experienced. I've been doing it for like 8 years. Venicular and some really heavy kind of bizarre shit went down. Oh, sweet. No, we're not learning tonight. Well, we're learning how to deal with shitty pros, pretty much. That'd be pretty much the best way I could explain this story. Everybody knew about it back last like September, whatever, when it happened. When I got back here, I mentioned a lot and all that, but I didn't do specifics. I didn't actually tell the story. But okay, so all right, let's just get into it. The first day I got paired up with, I'm not gonna say his name. If you want to actually look back for last year's Delta Fall Series, yeah, if you want to look back at the results and pairings for last year, you know who I was paired with on the first day. But I don't know. He's a co-angler that just recently stepped up to the front of the boat. I mean, he has a nice Ranger. He has like, I don't know, 20. I mean, all the best equipment, like 20-inch screens in the front, and two big ones on the back, and but he had I guess he had an issue with the engine the day before. He didn't know if he was going to be able to fish, but they were able to fix the issue, and so we got it back. The pretty much a night later that night before the tournament started. I actually called him because you're supposed to call your partner on that. He didn't really get back to me. I think I eventually did later in the night get back to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I got the engine fixed. I think it's good." And well, I was thinking, all right, well, he's probably not going to want to run, and maybe he'll just stay kind of close to the launch and all that because he just got it back, he hasn't tested it. Because usually you want to kind of test the boat for a while we just got it fixed and it's effing up and all that. And well, I met him and we no problem got on the boat and he goes, yeah, I just got the engine back. Yeah, it's running. I haven't been able to test it, done any long runs, so I think we're just gonna go outside. And I don't know if you know the Delta, but outside of Russo's Marine, if you go out and right around the corner is I think it's called Jack's Flat or Jack's Trap or something like that. It's the big opening and everything. So he's like, all right, yeah, no, we're just gonna around the corner. We're gonna stay there. Um, we're kind of gonna be out in the open and that, and I think it'd be really cool for you because I used to be a coingler, and you'll be able to, cast all over because we'll be kind of open. Plus, that we can get fish out there. So yada yada yada. So I don't know. We head out there. I think the tide was a little bit high in the morning. So he starts fishing around. He's more up around the reeds and everything. And I end up catching like I don't know, like a 3.5 in the morning. We went up and we're kind of cruising around by the thing. It was already, I mean, it might be a fish of the day, but I went up there. I caught that, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, well." And then the time was dropping the time, so we had to kind of work out. And I don't know. Something was really weird about the guy to start with because I don't know. He just kept kind of he just, he just kind of kept talking to himself for the boat. And okay, right away, I forgot to tell you this before this, but I told him I do a fishing show. I told him I was going to be filming. I told him I was going to have a hat cam on. I was going to be recording all of it. I told him, "Are you cool with that? Is that all right?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, no problem, no problem." I'm like, "All right, well, if any time during the day you feel uncomfortable or anything else, because I'm the coingler, it's his boat. He's paying the big money. He's in the front, blah blah blah." So yeah, he was okay with it anyway. But I did notice that like during it's like weird. He kept getting in. And he was like, I don't know, he was kind of talking to himself and kind of muttering, going, "Oh, well, this and this, and oh, this spot was somebody's spot, and oh, he went." And I don't know. It was just there was just some kind of I don't know. As far as me and being in the back of the boat, a lot of regular pros, there was just something kind of odd about it. But he was new to the front. He was usually a coingler. Oh, Chris, yes, you finally made it. Uh, an hour and 10 minutes after the start time. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, kind of in the beginning, just the way he was and the way he was talking, he kept sort of saying, how did he kind of talk to himself and talking about so and so pro and other pro and what they would throw and this and that. He was just having all this kind of conversations out loud in his head about other stuff. And yeah, so I mean, they progressed. Hey, that's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right. He usually eats from 6 till 9 for his 7 course evening meals. You're right. Yeah, I should cut him some slack. Um, yeah. So anyway, so out throughout the course of the day, I caught a lot of fish. I actually caught more than him throughout the whole day, but there was one fish, and this is kind of another odd thing for me is he hooked the fish. This was kind of early on. He hooked it. He started fighting it. Um, yeah, yeah. So he was fighting the fish. He caught on a drop shake on the spinning reel, and he was fighting it in. And I mean, while he was fighting, a lot of drag was going out, a lot of drag, and all of a sudden, I don't know. He ended up. I mean, I got the net. I was holding. I ended up losing it, and I ended up. He turned to me and goes, "Dude, that was a big fish. That was a big fish." And I went, was it? I couldn't tell because usually when people catch them on a drop shot, there's a lot of drag going on. He goes, "Oh no, I keep my drag really tight. I keep watch this, look at this." And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of about how I keep my drag too. And he's like, "Oh no, dude, I'm telling you, look at this. Look how tight this is. That was a big fish. That was a big fish." And well, it ended up popping off. And well, for the next 7 hours, because that was right in the morning when he. I mean, I already caught the three when they closed, but that was right in the morning, and pretty much all day long. Yeah, yeah, it was the fish that got away. And you know, I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm on the back of so many pros boats and everything else. This guy just kept going on and on and on for the whole day about that fish. Just constantly going, "Oh, dude." And then he's like sitting there going, "Oh, if I would have just done this. Oh, if I would have done that. Oh, if I would have done that." I'm like, "Dude, that was like 6 hours ago. You haven't let that freaking fish go yet?" I mean, seriously. And I don't even know if it's that big. I mean, like I said, he tests his drag the way he shows his drag. And but yeah. So, I mean, the guy was a little odd. And then all day long, he just kept. I fished more than him. I had my bait in the water way more than him the whole day because he just kept, I don't know, he kept second questioning himself and saying this. And he would go back and sit and open and just sit with the things open and try to decide and everything else. Yeah. And, well, the funny thing is, other than what really happened and what this video is going to end up being about when it all comes out the end, but um, this was after all the other crap that I'm going to tell you about this guy that happened. But I had pros that were there and they were fishing near us. And yeah, no, I was catching fish all around him. I kept catching fish. I mean, some of them were shorts, some of them were little keepers, little 12, 13. I mean, I had a limit for the end of the day and I had a pretty good limit. I was actually in pretty much check range the first day after this. But uh, I met some pros after all this happened and they're like, "What was up with your pro?" I'm like, "What?" It's like, we were around him for like 4 hours and half the time we saw him, he wasn't fishing. He was sitting down with his friggin' things open and going through baits and this and that. And I said, I filmed this whole thing. It's on there. I think I even commented at one point that he was the first pro that I've seen sit down for 35 minutes or 40 minutes or something during a tournament. And his response was, "Dude, I was deciding baits though. It wasn't a waste of 35 minutes, 40 minutes. I was deciding. I was looking at baits. He was doing, but it was just kind of funny because not only was the boat that was near us that was watching us, there was a pro in the front, but uh, the co-angler was actually usually a full-time front seat pro, but he had ended up breaking his ankle. So he was a pro, but since he couldn't be that mobile and we're controlling more and everything, he did it as a co-angler. But yeah, it was kind of funny because they were like, they saw the weirdness in this guy sailing out. No, it wasn't that at all. You'll see it when I finally upload it as a tournament diary. All day, I mean, he was joking with me. We were getting along. Everything was, I don't know, everything was totally fine. He did, one time, I think I missed one of the fish with the net. I didn't, it came up and I kind of missed it. And he kind of gave me a dig about you could be a big, better net man or something like that. But I was like, even if they were short fish and all that, I was catching fish all around him all day long. and he didn't. I think, I mean, he caught a limit, but and I caught my limit. I think I called maybe once or twice, but not for much. I didn't have a big limit, maybe like 9 pounds. I think the first day. I don't even remember, but that's what the other pro said. Is like it's kind of funny because he had the boxes open, his lids open. He's looking at, and you're like catching fish, and catching fish, and catching fish. Anyway, a lot of them were just little dinkers or whatever. It was like you were just catching fish everywhere around him. So it was, that part was kind of funny. But the guy was totally cool all day. I mean, like I said, he was commenting with me. He was interacting with me. Didn't seem to have an issue. And I told him in the beginning, I'm like, I'm going to be filming. If you have an issue, if whatever, I'll stop filming. And I said, no, that's. So yeah, at that point and through the whole day, everything was totally fine as far as I thought. But yeah, at the end, no, well, it's understood if you're a co-angler, because in the FLW you're allowed using that. I think as a in the elite or in the Bassmaster as an open that you're allowed using that. But yeah, it's if the pro says get the net, you as a co-angler, it's understood that you're gonna grab the net for him because you're the co-angler and they're not gonna. I don't know, but it's kind of stupid. I love the pros. A lot of pros that I'm with, and I've been with over like the last like 8 years and that. And I'm like, me and that. They're like, nope, no, it's not. I don't know. It's not really a rule if you look in the rule book, but it's just understood that and you see a lot in the videos of when FLW tour or whatever that, and the pro set the hook and say net, net, and they're talking to their co-angler who's actually fishing. So you have to put down your pole or reel it in and grab the net. And I mean, I don't know. It's just an understood thing. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's actually a rule. I guess as a co-angler, I'd say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be fishing, and I spent $600 to be here, $650 here. So I ain't gonna net in your fish, you fucker. You're the pro. Net your fish yourself. But evidently, that's not the way it goes. Because as a co-angler, you don't have to tip them. You have to pay them anything. You're in the back of the boat. You're doing your thing. You paid your money. They paid their money. But it's understood that if they call net, you need to put down your pole and you have to go net their fish for them, which takes away from your fishing time. And I've almost lost poles because I sat down and really and it got snagged and almost dragged off the back. And yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's kind of understood thing. It's it's all politics when you're fishing those tournaments. The pros will bully you if if you let them. So anyway, day was fine. He caught a limit. I caught a limit. We start. Yeah. Um, so we end up heading in. Nice fire. Yeah. So we start. It's the end of the day. It's weighing. We'd only been like, we didn't even go anywhere. He started up his engine. He just idled around the corner. Didn't use any gas. Didn't use anything. We sat there. Like I said, he was compadre, everything else, all day long. He did not have any sort of issue with me, any sort of anything. And so we go past, we check in, we throw my little thing, number, whatever. We start going in, and I might have the beginning of this on film. I actually think I was filming when we were on our way in. And so we were in, we're idling, and I'm like, I remember I took off my hat and I wiped my head because it was kind of, I put it back on. And I went, oh man, that was a great day. And well, okay, let me sort of reiterate a FLW or FLW tour rule right now. As a co-angler, you do not have to pay your pro anything. It is, in fact, understood that you can tip your pro for gas money, gas money, gratuity, or whatever. So I'm going in, and then he, like I said, do that, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden he turns to me and goes, uh, so dude, do you have gas money for me? And in the rules, they say, I mean, they're not supposed to ask for it. Yeah, gratuity. Gratuity. If I offer it to them, it's fine, but they're not allowed to say, hey, you need to pay me for gas money or anything. So, yeah. So, also out of nowhere, like after I said that, I'm like, oh, that was a great day. That was a lot of fun. And I put my hat. All of a sudden, he goes, turns to me and goes, dude, you have gas money? And I'm like, and at this time, this was, like I said, I went there and I couldn't get my regular hotel. I had to go to another hotel. I had to spend like 40 extra bucks a night for a hotel and all that. And so I was strapped on money. And what I was going to tell my pro is, hey, I don't have the money here, but give me your address. I'll send you a check. I'll give you some money. I always give my pros money. And so I turned to him after he said that, and I went, yeah, dude, here's the thing. Evidently, because of it was a Holiday Inn, it was remodeling. That was the cheapest place. So I do that, and he's like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, I don't know what he said to me, but I think I might have this part on film. I haven't checked it yet, but I think right after I said that, he's like, oh, fuck, God damn it, I've never heard this happen before. I've never had that. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, oh, nothing. And I'm like, what, do you have a problem? He goes, no, dude, that's cool. And right there, I'm all of a sudden, he just totally switched because I said, we're having fun. We're doing all this stuff out there. Never had an issue. And then right after that, he goes, well, my buddy's coming down to take the boat out. So get all your stuff ready. And once we hit up there, take all your stuff and get out of the boat. And I'm like, I can't do that. I'm all, my fish are in your boat. I need to get my fish out. He's like, well, like I said, my buddy's coming down and you need to get all your, when he gets here, you need to get all your crap and get out of the boat. I'm like, I can't, dude, you don't understand. We have to weigh in together. We have to go up there together with our fish. And I have fish in your boat. I have a whole limit. I just can't go get up next to shore and jump out with my poles and my tackle box and we're done. Like, I have to go get a weigh-in bag and we have to weigh our fish together. So he's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, and I love Beer Pen Delta. Levitt's in the beginning. I used to have a shot where outside of Russo's, everybody goes and moors there. I don't know, for some reason he's like, well, I don't want to moor there. Let me go over here and let you out. And you can go get the weigh bags. And so he takes me around, not the normal place where everybody goes. We go around some other place. He starts, and it was like a little slot in between like houseboat mooring and some other mooring. And I don't know, he's trying to go in there and he's kind of yelling at me, going, oh, keep watch this and watch that. And don't let the boat hit. And why you get that boat hit? And what are you doing? And this and that. And then, so he's like, actually, no, before that. Actually, no. Yeah, no, that was it. He did that. And no, it was before that. Sorry. That was after the fact. Before that, before we got to that mooring situation, he took me in and let me out and told me to go get weighing bags. So I go and get the weighing bags. And I go get him, and I'm standing there waiting, and he's like out in the middle of the Delta waiting. And I keep waving at him and waving at him, and he's not coming in. He's not moving his boat. He's sitting there like putting his rods into those little net things and sitting down and getting his thing. He let me sit for 20 minutes before he came in and got me to get back in the boat with the weighing bags. And then after that, I'm like, well, while you're in here, why don't we go here? He goes, no, I don't want to go here. There's so many people. And that's when he took me around to the backside net. And then he was like bitching and moaning as he's trying to. I mean, it was basically in between two docks is where he was trying to take his boat in. And there was only and there was like less than a foot on each side of his boat to get in there. And one side was a boat thing, the other side was like a 4-foot rail, and you had to climb over that to get onto the dock. I don't know why he was trying to put his boat freaking in there, because we could have just moored where everybody else does and waited in line. But like I said, at this point, he was like, he was livid. He was totally just completely pissed off at me. Well, no, he was trying to leave me, but you can't leave me. You got to understand the rules and the way it goes. You have to weigh in together, and you have to sign each other out when you go to a weigh-in. But, and another, okay, well, I'm going to add this in as kind of a weird, freaky thing. While I was out there with him, oh no, just wait. No, you're getting ahead of the story, because it gets a lot better. But anyway, while I was out there with him, he kept like lifting he has that t-shirt on, he was on and wiping, his brow from the sweat. And I kept seeing that he had huge tattoos, like on his torso. And then evidently I noticed that on the right side was a huge tattoo of Jesus. It was like from his like waist all the way up to his lower ribs. And the other side was the Virgin Mary. So I'm not a religious guy, not much, but I don't know what that was about or anything. But I don't know, for me, it was kind of odd. No, he has a limit too. We both had our limit. Weight size, I think I actually had a little more, maybe. I mean, it wasn't much, like 8 pounds, 7, 8 pounds. And he had about that. But I caught a lot more than him. But that might have been something. I don't know. But let me get back to the story. So we go back around, and we're trying to, like I said, it wasn't a slip. It was kind of in between a boathouse and the dock. For some reason, he wants to go in there, and that's where he wants to, since we already got the weighing bags, that's where he wants to weigh the bag or put the water in and fish it and everything else. I don't know why he didn't. Maybe because, what ends up happening, maybe that's why he wanted to like take me somewhere out of the way and where nobody was around. But at this point, like I said, his friend was gonna take the boat out, but like I said, he wanted to just take the boat out and all of this. And I said, no, we gotta take the fish out, blah blah blah. So evidently his friend was waiting with the trailer. We pull up to the spot. His friend shows up. And he was yelling at me the whole time because evidently the boat kind of hit, the piling or whatever as we're trying to squeeze our way in here. So I get there, and his friend gets on, climbs over, gets on the front of the boat. And again, he goes, all right, well, you have the bag. Put the water in the bag. Put your fish in the bag. And take all your stuff and get out of my boat. And go weigh your fish. And again, I had to explain to him, that's not the way it works. We need to weigh together. I need to sign you out. You need to sign me out. So he's like, all right, well, okay, we'll put your fish in the bag and, get out of the boat, and then we'll take our stuff out and we'll leave it right here. And then we'll go weigh in and you can come back and get your stuff. So I fill the bag, fill it with a bunch of water. It weighs like probably 5, 6 pounds on the water. I put my fish in. I get out. I start walking to the front, and he's like, "Don't set my poles. Don't set my poles," because he has a bunch of his poles, in this thing laying next to it. But the boat is here, and it's like 2 feet, and it's like a 3 foot rail, and I have to climb over that and reach from that to the edge of it to get over. And he's not helped me. He didn't offer to help me. In my right hand, I have the bag with my 5 fish and my like 30 pound or 10 pound, well, 10 pounds of water and 10 pounds of fish or 8 pounds, whatever. But it's heavy. So I go over and I like look at him thinking he'll be like, "Oh, let me hold the fish while you climb over that rail." No, he just stands there and says like, "We'll go." And so I try to go. I kind of slip. Evidently, I stepped on his poles. He starts yelling at me that I stepped on his poles. I grab the rail. I have to kind of like sling the fish over the rail and then climb myself over the rail. And I'm just like, really, what the hell is going on? And then I got over on the other side, and I'm like, dude, what's your problem? He goes, dude, I don't know, dude. You're filming all day. You're just filming all day, and you're just doing your thing. And I went, dude, I asked you if I could film. I totally laid it all out. And he goes, well, it wasn't a filming. You just disrespected me in the end. I'm like, how did I disrespect you? I mean, I said I didn't have the money right now. You go, no, you didn't even have $10 to pay me for gas. I'm all, $10. You usually I give him, $40 to my bros. He's like, yeah, no, dude, you're just disrespecting me all day, and you just disrespected me. And I'm like, what? What did I do? I asked you, could I video? And he goes, well, it was the video. I'm all, well, was it the money? He goes, no, I don't want your effing money. I'm all, well, then why are you so angry at me right now? Why are you like kicking me out of the boat? Yeah, no, and this is totally out of nowhere. And I'm like, and like I said, I'm saying here, he made me climb over the boat. He made me lift the thing over. I almost fell in. And then I'm like, well, all right, well, I need my poles because he's like, get all your shit out of my boat. And so he hands me my poles, and I put them over the side. And then he picks up my little tackle box and that, and he brings up the edge of the boat. And like I said, it's 2 feet away. I'm over the railing, and he goes like this, and actually basically throws it at me. And I'm like, it hits me, and I like catch it, and I still have the fish in my hand because I can't really set them down because they're in the bag. So I set it down, and it leans over, and all the water's going to come out. So he throws that at me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And so I sat down, and then I'm like, oh, well, and then there was a hat. I think it might even have been this hat. I'm not sure. But I'm like, and he picked up the hat, and he looks at it and goes, oh, that's my hat. And I'm like, no, that's my hat. And he goes, what? I'm like, no, that's actually my hat. And he goes, oh, okay. And he like basically throws it at me. And so, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, I'm worried. Cause, I mean, I was worried the guy was just going to, when I asked for my poles tonight, he was just going to freaking chuck them in the water or chuck my bag in the water and all that. Well, I actually had 2 water bottles. One was empty and one was kind of full. But he told me to get everything that I had out of his boat. So I went, actually, I have a couple water bottles. And he's like, what? What? He goes, you've already stepped on my poles. You've already done all this crap. And what? What do you have? I'm like, what? And so he takes them. He kind of he totally chucks them at me. one of them, the empty one hit me and I kind of caught it. The full one hit me and actually went through the rail and ended in the water. But see, the reality is the whole time this is happening, his buddy is on the boat too. The one that was bringing the trailer down to pull us out of the water. And so at this point, like I said, he's already seen all this happen. He's listened to how this guy is like sweared at me and cussed at me and told me not to fucking touch his poles and said, "Oh, you fucked me all day and you like didn't respect me and this and that." And so the bottle, and so I'm like kind of holding. Obviously, I'm still holding the bag with the fish in it, but I get down and try to get to the water bottle that's now in the water. And his friend gets down the water and he leans over the side of the boat. And I swear to God, it was so funny. He's leaning over, like, he goes like this, looks at me, and this total whisper goes, "This is so wrong." And I just knew that, I don't know, because he was his friend, maybe he didn't want to upset him. It's not like, because he watched all this happen and he never said anything, but yeah, he totally whispered it to me, dude. He like bent down and just kind of looked up at me while I was way over, so his friend couldn't see him. He goes, "He is so wrong." And yeah, that was just, I don't know, that was just sort of the epitome of it. It's because, yeah, the guy just blew up at me out of nowhere. Yeah, and the funny thing was, I said, because his first evidently issue was that, "Oh yeah, you were filming on it and you're just filming your show." And I went, I told it, he goes, "Oh," and then he goes, "Oh, well, it wasn't the filming." And then it was the fact that I didn't have $10 to pay him for gas, evidently. Anyway, I said I would gladly, if he gave me his mailing address, send him a check, because I was just low because of all that. And he goes, "Oh, it wasn't the money." And all of a sudden he's like, "Well, you just disrespected me." I'm like, dude, everything you're saying as a defense is, and then you say it's not defense and that's not the issue. So what the hell's the issue? And the fact that $10, he went, he literally went on idle outside the launch, made it a right, and the rest of the day was on a stolen motor. He didn't use any gas. He didn't even use anything. And I'm like, he's probably not going to ask for anything. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but here's kind of the funny thing is, after that, like I said, I got out. Even after I get out, and again, when I had everything out and everything outside, and I had my fish on my poles, everything is sitting on the dock, his boat's still there. He's like, "Well, go." And I'm like, "Dude, I can't go. We have to weigh in together." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "No, we have to weigh in together. That's the way it goes. We have to come up together. We have to sign each other out." So, and at one point he goes, and it was about the payment and me supposedly having to pay him as a co-angler. And he goes, "Well, you're a dude, it's all about the rules. You know the rules." And what he was referring to is a rule that says co-anglers do not have to pay their pro anything. It's a gratitude, or understood that if you want, you can tip your pro. So yeah, he was trying to tell me that the rule said that him as a pro and me as a co-angler, I had to pay him, which was wrong. And then he didn't even know the fact that I had to go to the weigh-in with him. We had to sign each other out. So it was just like, this dude is, like I said, he was a co-angler. He was a co-angler for a long time. I don't know if this is the first tournament or maybe the second tournament, whatever. He went to the front of the boat. And he's, obviously paying a lot more money to be in the front than the back. But the dude was whacked. The dude just freaking flipped out for no reason. And even his buddy said, "This is totally wrong." But, and I don't know. I know I had the camera on, I think, when he first asked me, or kind of when the whole thing started. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I have it. I still haven't watched footage. I have it on a card over there. I think I have it when he originally says, "God, I've never heard of this." Blah blah blah, and I question about it when I say I didn't have $10 for him. But I don't think I had the film on the camera on during his little flip out and him throwing the water at me and throwing my bag at me and all that. But I do have him on film when we go to sign in and when we're in line to weigh in. And suddenly the guy is totally cool. He knows the video's rolling. He's like, dude, you're doing good. You're a co-angler. Let me see your weight again. Like, yeah, dude, I think you give me the money and all this. Yeah, and he was totally just suddenly he was back to me because he knew it was on camera at that point. He was back to me, Mr. Cool, and just like the way it was on the water before his flip out. And yeah, all the way up and everything else. And then I was kind of like, okay, well, I guess he thinks he's, I don't know, maybe he's like realized he was a total asshole and realized he was my worst person that I've ever had as a pro, the way he treated his co-angler. Oh no, it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. uh, yeah. So we go through that, and like I said, I'm thinking, so we get in the golf cart. They put you in the golf cart with your bags. You can take it back around. Um, never says a word to me during that. We walk out together to where you have to put your bag into the release boat. Never says a word to me during all that. I actually walk back with him all the way to where his boat is. Never says a word. He climbs over the railing into his boat. Not a word. I pick up my reels, pick up my bag, and head back to my car. And he never said a word after that. So yeah, that was the situation. That was what happened. I mean, total. I don't know. The guy just freaking. I have no idea what it was about. He just blew up. Just maybe it was because he caught more fish. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because he knew he didn't do good enough the first day to be in contention to get a check because he's now suddenly paying so much more money on the pro end compared to a co-angler. I mean, I don't know. But it really was after that, because that was the very first day. And that, I mean, after that, I don't know, there's a lot of my videos where I'm talking about this live doing stuff right after it happened, but it just freaking threw me. I was like, I don't know, I felt like crap. I kept kind of going over like, did I not treat him right? Did I do something? Did I offend him? What did I do to make that happen at the end? Blah blah blah. I actually went to a lot of the pros uh, after that happened, end of that night before the next day, and talked to them about it. A lot of them weren't very helpful. I don't know. I somebody will be able to answer that, but I'm at the end of my story. So yeah, so I went around, like I said, I went around, I asked the pro, and was like, yeah, well, I mean, just had a bad day, you don't want to report him, blah, blah, blah. The next day, which was the next day, I actually fished with the pro. I totally blanked, but I was sort of just completely sort of, I don't know, because that's how I am. I'm a person that doesn't want to invade somebody's space, doesn't want to, if I'm filming and they feel offended, I always ask everything else. So I was feeling like, maybe I should have not filmed. Maybe, I'm always the person that thinks it's my fault that leads somebody else to be mad at me. because I didn't set the rules straight or something like that. So anyway, I have issues, everything else. The next day, I'm talking to people, and some people are like, you should tell Ron Lipton, who's now retired now. He goes, I'm like, should I tell Ron about this guy? I mean, because he totally treated me like shit. There's no way he should treat a coingler like that. Imagine if he had a female coingler, and he had a story about some other coingler that he had this boat that evidently the guy started like stalking him and sending him stuff and sending him emails and totally. And he said that he just told the guy not to cast over him. And after what he did to me, I'm thinking, okay, I think you must have freaking went off like that guy on that guy like you went off on me. And this is why this guy had avenged me. So anyway, I did end up going to what's 600, well, 550, no, 600 at that point for me to enter as a coach. But anyway, I did end up going to Ron, and I don't, well, I don't know what the, yeah, one of my friends had an aluminum boat with like a 50 horse on it for the FLW, the Coastal Series. I don't think there's that much restriction. But anyway, I ended up going to Ron Lipton. I sat him down. I told him everything that happened. I told the guy, I told him his name. I'm like, this guy should not treat people like this. I mean, he made me feel like shit. He made me feel like I don't know. I just laid it all out to him, told him everything, and he like took down his name and said, we'll keep track of him and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody else told me not to turn him in, not to say anything. No, but everybody else told me like, no, don't turn the guy. I mean, it was pros I asked, and I'm like, no, no, I need to for what this guy did, and to keep the sport legit and respectable and classy. And no, this guy violated rules, throwing bottles at me, swearing at me, telling me disrespecting. Oh, no, this is the first guy out of 9 years, 8 years of doing it, and 16 different pros and everything else. And I'm like, no, I gotta turn this guy in because he's a piece of freaking shit. Is what he is. And he told me a story of some other coingler that was stalking him and ragging him. And he said, I have no idea why he did it to me. I just told him, hey, don't cast over. But I think he lit into the guy. I think he just freaking went off on the guy like he went off on me. And this guy turned to social media and started just freaking hounding him and calling him a piece of shit and dirt. And yeah, but on my end, he's like, I don't know. I don't know why the guy didn't like me. Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, he leaned down. And like, he didn't want him to hear him, obviously. And I said, he was leaning over to pick up the ball, and he just looked at me and goes, this is so wrong. I don't know. I still haven't watched the footage. I think I had the camera off during all this, but I'm pretty sure I had the footage of when it initially started. Was when I told him I didn't have $10 of gas money for him. No, but it was. I mean, it's serious. I mean, it's this whole side, because I couldn't tell you. He kept lifting it up to wipe the sweat off his forehead. And I couldn't really tell what the tattoo was. And then finally, one time when he did it and held up long enough, I realized that it was Jesus on this side, and it was a full size Virgin Mary on this side. And I don't know. I thought that was a little creepy. I mean, full. I mean, just like almost natural head size on each side was Jesus and refrigerator. And then the guy ended up treating me like that. So it's kind of like, really? Religion's great. See how religious people treat you? Yeah, so that's the whole Delta story. That actually is what happened. I know. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was yeah. I have another good story too. You have another one. I don't think I've told it, but overall I've had great pros. Yeah, it'll be on it's on I have three tournament diaries filmed. One from 17 and the two from 2018. They just take a really long time to edit. It's the whole going there. It's the whole 2 day. It's like 3 days. 4 days of footage. No, 3 days of footage. Actually, no, four because it's the initial getting there and the day, and it's hours and hours and hours of footage. So eventually, I will upload them as a full tournament diary. But yeah, that was just I don't know. I said it's actually on here. Maybe. Oh wait, no, I have it right here. Nope, there ain't it. Oh, there it is. It's actually on here. Jesus, knocking out all kinds of stuff. No, it's on here. On this 16 gig or 32 gig. It's on this one. I never actually loaded it yet in the computer, but this is the whole tournament diary for the Delta is on here. Second day, I didn't really film much. Uh, I filmed it all with him. uh, yeah, I filmed it all with him, and the next day, I actually blanked. I was in money contention the first day, and then that happened and effed me up mentally and made me feel like freaking a piece of crap. The next day, I had a pro that was fishing a technique that basically blocked me. He was flipping docks and stuff and kind of had the boat straight in, and I had nowhere to fish. He would actually spend like 30 minutes over and over flipping the same boat dock. And so, yeah, if I would have just, I don't know, I was in good contention, check contention the first day, but if I would have got some other pro that was more in a position to allow me to fish around him and everything else, uh, who knows? I might end up with a check, but I wasn't in the best mental state after being harassed like I was the first day and being put. I just felt guilty. I felt like it was. I'm the kind of person I felt like it was my fault. My fault. Anyway, he was obviously an asshole and just treated me like shit. I don't know. I just felt like maybe it was the way I filmed him or the way I talked and blah blah blah. I always assume it's me, not them. That it was I swam anyway. But evidently it wasn't because he said it wasn't. You're filming all day. I'm always like, no, that wasn't an issue. This, no, that wasn't an issue. No, that wasn't an issue. You just disrespected me at the end. So evidently all day long, I didn't do anything wrong. So yeah. That's actually the. Oh yeah. Overall, it's only in 8 years. It's only been uh, two issues I've had. I'll, this one I reported. The other one I didn't. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've had. Well, I think I've had other ones where I want to do a tournament diary, and I asked bro. I said, "Hey, I do a thing. You mind if I film?" And they said, "I rather you wouldn't," so I didn't. But he said, "Yeah, no problem." And when you see this one, when you see the video and us fishing all day, I don't know. I think our interaction, we were joking around, and there were kind of little snippets where he seemed kind of agitated, but for the most part, overall, I had fun with him. And I had like just what happened at the end just totally completely blindsided me. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's all on that card. I haven't transferred that card in the computer yet. I have the other two tournament diaries in the computer. Yeah, dude, no, not for the Costa series. Costa series, you got to have your own boat. And I think for pro, I think now it's 1800, 1900. Coingler, I think, is 650 now. When I started, I think it was 450 when I started. Then with the 500, then with the 550, and then with 600. And I think now it's 650. I think it's 650 this year. It was like 450, I think, for the first couple of years. Then went up, and all of a sudden it's gone up consistently since then. But yeah, or 350. I think it might have been 350 when I started. And now it's up to 650. So it went up $300 in 8 years, 7, 8 years I fished. But you can go to Western Bass. Yeah, the Costa. No, Costa. Not coastal. Costa. The well, I have the hat I wear, the sunglasses. It's basically the open for the FLWs. Like Bassmaster has the opens. The Costa is the AAA. It's basically the opens right under the tour. But yeah, I think it went from 350 to 650 in 7, 8 years I was fishing it. But you can go to West Coast Bass Trail. Yeah, you can go to I think West Coast Bass just started there. Wild West Bass Trail. And there's for Coingler only like 200, something like that. It's a lot cheaper. They started out as a 2 day, but now they make a full 3 day. I didn't. I'm not gonna do any for the FLW this year. I might go up in September for the Delta and just do some filming. Cause I just kind of want. I've been doing a lot. Just kind of want to take some time off. Because I mean, for me to go there, and if I don't get a check or anything, which I've only had one check, I had one top 20 FW. That's another story time Tuesday. Anyway, yeah, it cost me about $1,000, $1,200 to do the tournament, lodging, food, you know, tipping your pro and all that. Yeah, it's usually about $1,000, a little more than that. So don't get checked, man. You're out all that money. If you do make check the first, I don't know, the first like 10 or 15 spots, MLF, no, that they don't have coaches. That's full on tour pro. No, but I think usually the first they pay out to 32. Usually have like 100, 120 entries, 140. First check is only like $300, $400, $500. I you got to get quite a ways up to even make your entry fee back. And if you take all the rest of it, you need to get, you know, just below the top 10, maybe in like 15th or whatever, you might make $800, $900, something like that. So yeah, it's you ain't getting if you do get a check, you're only getting a lot of times less than you paid to enter. $650 to enter, you might get a check for $495. No, I've never fished anything in Arizona, as far as I know. Yeah, but that's the thing is most of the checks you get, they don't even pay your entry fee, and then you have your entry fee. Like me, at the end, suddenly it was like $600, $550. Takes me $1,000 to go there with expenses and traveling and gas and hotel. And then if you squeak in at the bottom of the check range, yeah, that's cool. You get like $300 back, but you're still out $700. So it's just, like I said, unless you make a top 10 or anything, you're not gonna really make any money out of it. And it's almost the same way with pros. Unless you make like top 15 or whatever, you're pretty much only gonna get your entry fee back, and you're still gonna be out all your driving expense and gas expense and all that stuff. Because here in California, we don't have that many. Back east, yeah, you can score huge because they have like 250 sometimes people in the Costa series in the AAA. Here in California, it's 100, 120 a lot of times, 150. They just don't get much draw out here compared to what they get back east. Yeah, it's just California. It's like there's not many water. There's not many. It's all back east. I mean, seriously, the biggest. I've been doing it for 9 years, well, 8 years. The biggest tournament was one that I actually got top 20, and that's gonna be a story time to come to. But there were actually 152 boats. Uh, Other than that, I think I've had one tournament that was 120 boats. A lot of them were only like 103 boats, 102 boats. I've been in tournaments where it was like 94 boats. Yeah, it's just and as they're supposed to pay to a certain amount at full field, but as you have less field, then suddenly they only pay to like top 30, top 29, top 28. I think at full field they pay to top 50. And as the field number goes down, it starts going further. I think the one where I got the top 20 and I think there were 100 and it was 146 boats. I think they actually did pay down to like 135th place or something like that, 140th place. But yeah, a lot of them top off around 130, 129, 128. I mean, I don't know, somewhere around here I have all the papers for the years I did it. But even if you do get the last check, you're not even getting back the money that you paid to enter the tournament. And then there's all the other expense over over the top of that. So unless you're in the top 10 in the FLW in the tour and you're thinking about doing it as a career, uh, you're not making any money. You're just breaking even. Yeah. Yeah, well, no, that's big time. Well, the FLW, the Forcewood Cup, it's free to enter, and I think it's payout for everybody there anyway. You at least get money back. Uh, yeah, the Forcewood Cup, Bassmaster, yeah. Um, Even regular tour ones like FLW and Bassmasters and that, all the way down to 50th place, where you get at least 10,000. Uh, no, you don't spend that much. Not a million. If it's your first time on tour, it's 3,500 per tournament, I think now, or 4,000 per tournament. We only have 8 tournaments. That's nowhere near that much money. Uh, if you qualify, you get to go to the Bassmaster or the FLW or the Forcewood Cup. It's paid and everything else. So no, you just got to be consistent and be able to pay for 8 tournaments and entry fee at 3,500 tournament or $4,000. I don't know where they are now. 3,500 is what it was before. It might be 4,000 at this point. So 4,000 times 8, that's what you're paying in. If you at least got a check, uh, they paid 10,000 for all the rest of the checks and all that. So if you can pay in at 4,000 and get a $10,000 check, and if you can cut 8 checks, you've made pretty much what a McDonald's worker would make in a year. Yeah, guys. I mean, guys don't. I mean, and and people don't understand the sponsorship part of it, because you'll have a lot of sponsors and they'll sponsor that, but they don't pay you. You have to be really high up for them to even actually try to pay into some part of your entry fees for tournaments. You have to be like, way up there. KVD, Octafo, all that. That where your sponsor will actually pay that full 3,500 or whatever for the tournament trail. But most of them, yeah, they're sponsoring that, but they're paying the money out of their pocket to pay the 3,500 or $4,000 per tournament. They're getting rods for free, they're getting reels for free, they're getting baits for free, but they ain't getting any extra money and all that. Or someone might like pitch in a little bit for travel expenses or something, but it's not what most people think. It's Most of it is out of pocket for those pros to go on tour as far as the entry fee to each tournament. I said they might get, free baits and free stuff, maybe free lodging or something like that. But that's, I mean, $4,000 times 8 for the year. And if you don't make a check, yeah, even if you make a check, 4,000 plus expenses, everything else. Last check is $10,000. That tournament you might have made $2,000. Okay, but then you got to travel the next one, and you got to do the next one, and so yeah. If you ain't cashing checks, you ain't gonna last too long if you're trying to fund yourself to be on any sort of tour, the FLW or the Bassmaster. Or I don't know how it works on the new Major League Fishing and all that as far as entry fees and everything. Yeah, I know. That's why I said that's what people don't understand. When you're when you're going big time, you're going into the tour. Like I said, I think this year, I don't know if it's 650. I think it's up 650 now, maybe 700. Uh, just to be a Goinger. I think pros for the Costa, I think it's like almost 2,000 now, 1,900, 2,000. It was only 1,300 when I started. So budget pass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of money into those. I mean, local tournaments, local clubs, and that. It's like, what do you pay? Like $40, $50 to be like in all the options. You do one bass ABA, it's like 150 as a team or whatever. It's like 150 or 200 and something. Yeah, but no, when you jump up to the FLW and opens and all that, as a pro, you're shelling out, I don't know, almost 2 grand just to enter. So if you ain't cashing a check, it's gonna get expensive really quick. Even as a coingler, if you ain't cashing a check, it's gonna get expensive really quick. So, all right, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this. Almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours for this storytelling Tuesday, but I think that was a good story. It was a lot of fun. uh, well, I mean, they help as far as if you're not. uh, well, I mean, they help as far as if you're getting free rods, you're getting free reels, you're getting free baits. But that's a majority of what a lot of sponsors, even pro sponsors, on the pro side of it, a lot of their sponsors it's just baits. They're just getting free baits. They're not getting money from them. They're not getting money for. They're not getting a free ride, a free sponsorship, none of that stuff. They're just getting baits because it's really easy to promote off of somebody that's in the tour and have them on their jersey and all the other stuff, and you just get the baits. They're selling the baits for like whatever percentage of it costs them 15 cents to make a bait, and they sell them for like $6, and you're just funneling those baits to some of these sponsors and having them do it all for you. Yeah, but no, I mean, as far as getting a sponsor that's going to pay your entry fees and pay your travel and pay your living expenses and all that, you got to be a KVD or an Defoe or a Skate Re. I mean, or you got to be the top 10% of the touring pros to have a complete full ride. The rest of that sponsorship, and they always, and that's the thing is like they have the wrap boat and have all this stuff and everything else. Everyone thinks, oh, but they pay them and they're making this. No, they're not. They ain't getting shit. They're just getting free baits. Again, that it's the sponsors that are just freaking riding their ass and making all the money and wrapping their boat because those guys feel like they're badasses because they have these wraps and they have these sponsorships and all of that stuff. They ain't getting nothing. They ain't getting money off them. They ain't getting. I mean, it's. I've been on the other side of it with skateboarding, and yeah, it's just product, product's easy to get people, and it's cheap to actually get like a salary from a company or a full ride and all that. It's the top 10%, might even be top 5% now. It's 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 just it's not what people think. That's the funniest thing. I think, oh, but he has a rap boat. He has this and he has that. Doesn't mean anything. It means you might get a few baits, and a lot of times even baits and rods. A lot of the baits and rods and all this stuff. It's not even that they're given to them. It's they get them at like 50%. They have to pay for them, but they're just giving them a discount. So yeah, it's such bullshit as far as what people think and in the industry and the tournament and everything else. Because they see him with a rap boat and they see all these sponsors and this and that. Trust me, guys, this is like it's just it's yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the guy with the small penis that gets the big ass truck because he has a small penis complex. Oh yeah, no, it's just well, and the other thing is a lot of these lesser ones, lesser pros and everything, they're paying for the wrap. I mean, it's not their sponsor paying to wrap their truck or to wrap their boat, or they only pay like a certain percentage to wrap their boat. I mean, they're paying out of pocket to wrap their boat or to wrap their truck. I said it's only the top people in the industry, and the rest of them have to do it because they need to look like they're like those top people. So they need a wrapped truck. They need a wrapped boat. They need, the jerseys. I mean, jerseys aren't cheap, guys. The jersey you see me wearing, and I only bought one. I mean, if you buy them in bulk, you get a little bit. It was $130 just for that CCB custom jersey I did. And if I get another one, it's 130. If I get a sweatshirt, I think sweatshirts are like 150 or more than that. Yeah, so just the jerseys you see the pros wearing. And mine's short sleeve. You get a long sleeve, I think that's 130. No, mine was 130. That's like 140 or something. And then yeah, no, those getting a custom made jersey. Like I said, mine was $130 for that jersey of it. And so to get, a long sleeve one, get some hoodies done, get some other stuff, you're looking at a lot of freaking money. Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people don't know that whole backside of it as far as what it takes to get stuff done. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to do a storytelling Tuesday about what it takes to get shit done to be a touring pro and let people know that it's not all the glam and everything it's made up to be. Oh, all right, guys, I'm gonna end this one. Thanks for you guys showing up. I'm really sort of a little bit upset because I had so many votes about this story, and I didn't ever have as many people on as I had votes. Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't back then. All of it's trust me, all the glory you guys think you know about the whole industry and everything, and all the people you see, it's it's all presentation and no substance. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I've known. They show up, rap boat, everything else. they have a business, they have a day job. They don't make really any money off being in tournaments or anything. They just it's just their side hobby, and they think they're all badass and everything else. But they couldn't do it as a living. They're not talented enough. They're not anything else. They just like to play the persona as a badass pro with the rap boat and everything else. So I don't know. I'll figure out some way to actually do a video about this or something. But I'm out now, guys. And last night, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I ended at Pinot, it didn't end, and I was live all the way till evidently 12 a.m. I checked it before I went to bed, and it still said I was live. And if I clicked on it, it still showed me, and it played an ad, and it still showed me as live. And I don't know, I checked it today, and evidently, yeah, the ones on shore with the freaking jersey and all this crap. Yeah. Um, but yeah, evidently my live was live to like I don't even know when. I thought I was gonna lose it. I didn't think it was gonna show up. And all of a sudden today it actually showed up as a video of my live, and now I guess it's saved, which is kind of cool. And so now it's actually a video that people can rewatch. But it went for like I ended it around 2 hours, and it on live it still said it was live. They're like till midnight, which is like now like 4 or 5 hours. But all of a sudden, I don't know. Somehow it I don't know what it did, but it reorganized it, and now suddenly it shows. So I'm glad I didn't lose that one because that was a fun live. But I'm out, guys. I don't know about like next time live. I mean, obviously Friday late night, Friday hanging out. Um, I don't know. Tomorrow's supposed to rain or something, and heavy winds. But yeah, I was really thinking about that. Now you brought it. Yeah, I would like to see tournaments because now we have the MLF, which is about numbers, not weights. I would like to see something like that. But but the reality is, so much money is spent and the promotion and all that on electronics and everything. I don't know. As far as the big names, yeah, it was. It kept going. It was still live. And if you clicked on it, it actually said, anyway, it just went to a black screen with a circle. It still said that you were watching. But yeah, I don't know, electronic garment, they have so much money in the industry. I don't know if you could pull off, I don't know if you could pull off a actually tournament and a big time tournament without electronics. It's so ingrained in it now. Yeah, I don't think it would work. I mean, I'd like to see it. Maybe if I get big and start getting a lot of money, maybe I'll start my own where it's old school with no electronics. That'd be really cool. Yeah, no, I've had all kinds of ideas for that kind of stuff, but I need to get my channel going. If I start making and get it going and making absurd amount of money, I don't need it for anything. Yeah, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I can. I don't need Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I would use the money to do some really fun stuff like that. Do stuff against the industry and have absurd payouts and that kind of stuff. So help me out, guys. Give a thumbs up, support me, watch my stuff. Because if I get a hold of money and it starts going, I'm just gonna have fun giving it back to you guys in all kinds of really fun ways. But yeah, I need to get out of here. I had a stressful day, but I got a lot of baits. He gave me a lot of baits, a lot of plastics, a lot of hard plastics, a bunch of stuff I can do for giveaways. And I don't know. A lot of the baits, they're waterlogged. There's water in them. I'm gonna try and salvage them, dry them out, see if they'll work. A lot of plastics. Uh, yeah. Thanks, you guys, for being here. And uh, yeah. All right, guys, I'm out. I think I don't know, it's fairly early. I'm trying to get a video edited for tomorrow. And, well, you know me. I I try to upload every day. I did, 47 videos in January, 42 videos in January. I think I did close to 30 or 40 in February. So I'll be there. And thank you guys. Thanks for the new intros, low budget. Thank you for that one. And I'm out, guys. Bam!